There is none holy as the Lord, for there is none beside thee, neither is there any rock like our God. Talk no more so exceeding proudly.
Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth.
Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth.
That America is the greatest place on earth.
For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. The bows of the mighty men are broken, and they that stumbled are girded with strength. 1 Samuel 2:2-4. On Thursday morning, June 26, 2025, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Air Force General Dan Razin Caine, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, held a press conference at the Pentagon. They addressed the recent attack on Iran's nuclear facilities and the defense operations at the Udeid military base in Qatar.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Secretary, and good morning, and all of you. Thank you for being here. As a follow-up to my comments on Sunday's press conference, I wanted to give you a few updates this morning on something I'm honored to do as the chairman, and that's a chance to get to talk about some of our service members and the incredible things that they do on behalf of our nation.
What makes this briefing so interesting is the fact that the number of soldiers Caine said were tasked with defending the base during this attack.
On Monday morning, we began to receive indications and warnings that Iran intended to attack U.S. bases in the region. That morning, building on the work that CENTCOM Commander Eric Kurilla had done, and on the orders of the President, at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar and around the region, we assumed a minimum force posture. Most folks had moved off the base to extend the security perimeter out away from what we assessed might be a target zone, except for a very few Army soldiers at Al Udeid. At that point, only 2 Patriot batteries remained on base. Roughly 44 American soldiers responsible for defending the entire base.
Clearly, the number 44 is meant to point us to number 44, Barack Obama. It is important to note that the missiles launched by Iran at this base were a direct response to the U.S. airstrike on Monday, June 21st, during which U.S. Air Force B-2 Spirit stealth bombers targeted Iran's nuclear facilities with 14 bombs, each weighing 30,000 pounds. I told you then that June 21st is 44 days before August 4th, Obama's birthday. Not only that, but June 21st, or 6/21, is a numeric anagram for the number 216, which is the sum of 6 times 6 times 6, a reference to the number of the beast. It's no coincidence then that August 4th, Obama's birthday, is the 216th day of the year, which serves to identify him as the Beast 666. In speaking about the attack against Iran's nuclear sites in defense of Israel, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth said the following: "This was a historically successful attack, and we should celebrate it as Americans." His mention of the historical relevance of this attack should not be discounted because it points us to an even deeper truth. You may not know this, but August 4th has an even more historical significance as it pertains to attacks against Israel. The 9th of Av, also known as Tisha B'Av, is a day of mourning in Judaism, commemorating the destruction of the first and second temples in Jerusalem. It falls on the 9th day of the month of Av in the Hebrew calendar, which is August 4th. You may not believe it, but these two men were intentionally selected for their roles and tasked with conveying these messages at this particular moment due to the significant symbolism they embody, both collectively and individually. Check this out. These two individuals standing next to each other with the Pentagon, a representation of the pentagram between them, evoke the imagery of the Twin Towers during the events of September 11th. This is proven by the fact that Pete Hegseth is 45 years old and General Caine is 56 years old. The sum of their ages, 4 plus 5, which equals 9, and 5 plus 6, which equals 11, suggests a deliberate representation being made here, metaphorically linking these prominent individuals in their respective fields to the tragic events of 9/11.